So let's get to work.
Welcome back to Firebird Farm. These are not my plants. Well, they are my plants now, but I didn't grow these plants. These are tomato plants that I bought from somebody who had too many. So we've got a lot of seeds planted. Did a lot of direct seeding over the last 2 weeks. I've just transplanted them last night. It's been hot today, so they're a little bad. But they're gonna make it. Alright, so let's see the rest of the plants. So these are all of our squash. Some of them are looking pretty good with those flowers on them. So I'm astonished at how well our squash transplanted. Some of the melons down that way didn't make it, but most of the squash have, just a few here and there that didn't make it, and they look really great. Now this is where we planted our okra and some melons down there where that heap rock is. So it needs to be weeded, but the seedlings are coming out way over there in the sun, our grandma's tomato plant. And this is where I planted my carrots. So a couple of them are sprouting up. They don't seem to be sprouting up quite as well as the okra, but they're doing okay. So here's one of our carrots. Looking pretty good. This is a particularly happy melon plant with a weed. A couple of weeds. There we go. Happy looking fella. Okra. Looking good. Got another little guy over here. So we've got a couple of really good looking squash plants. Flowers, well, with squash coming in. Looking really good. Looking good. Looking good, sir. And as you can see, a lot of them are very big. They've transplanted excellently. Got some awesome big leaves here. This is probably our best looking melon plant. It's doing okay. It's got good leaves on it. As you can see, some of them did not sprout and we just had dead space here. And some of them are just taking a little while, like this little guy. These rocks are here to hold down the plastic because it's been particularly windy and the wind has blown this plastic around because we didn't correctly put it down with dirt on the end. So we've used bricks and rocks to keep it from blowing everywhere and ripping up the plants. Here's our 4 rows of corn. First row, second row, third row, fourth row. Some of these little guys are looking pretty good. This one's my favorite. His name is George. That's his buddy Fred over there. They're all getting pretty tall. You can see how big that is. And they look very happy. So we've just watered them today. And when it's not obnoxiously hot, we plan to put the next 4 rows down. We wanted to stagger them so that our harvest wouldn't come all at once. This is the Sunflower update. Look at these beautiful boys. They're looking good. We've got some pretty tall ones. You and you growing a little funky because of all the time they spent in pots, but nonetheless working it. Obviously we need to weed here as well. The grass is just unstoppable. But sunflowers are still growing, still making it, as you can see. A couple of them didn't survive the transplant, but most of them did. Most of them are making their way here, up into the air, and I think they'll look good. I have planted new sunflowers back this way. So here's the baby I planted about a week ago. Another little baby duck. A couple more little babies. Most of them seem to be coming up and doing all right. Like I said, lots of weeding. We'll get to that later. But so far, we're looking pretty darn good.